Today, ICT contributes between 2 and 3% to Rwanda's GDP. This presents an opportunity for ICT companies or digital businesses to increase conversion. Rwanda ICT Chamber is a member-based organization of ICT companies, and our membership is composed from startups, individual consultants, SMEs, and corporates. So it's supporting and facilitating companies along that spectrum. The ICT Chamber's service structure is categorized in 4 areas. Skills development, because of our young population in the ecosystem, the demographic of the country, it means there's a lot to do in capacity building.
Without competent players in the sector, the ecosystem can't grow. Based on the experience, most of our member companies have been facing challenges in terms of skills development when it comes to identifying the skills gap that they have and then being capable of developing and honing those skills. The Chamber works with different partners to help its members to develop and sharpen their skills, and then through different programs like coaching programs, training such as corporate governance and investment readiness.
We are a distribution network of around 2,500 agents, and we provide a distribution channel for different institutions. We act as a distribution channel for IREMBO. The training we had with the ICT Chamber, whereby they train the RTN in a corporate governance. How do we come up with an institution which is credible, which is transparent, which is good at what we do? And that one was very helpful because we were able to assess ourselves, to know the gaps, and to be able to provide strategy which can help RTN to grow and succeed in what we do. So we conducted the assessment and we identified the gaps. And then the next phase is to train other agents. So before end of the year, with the ICT Chamber, we are planning to train around 100 agents, and that exercise will also go to other remaining agents.
According to the feedback from the participants, they say that really this was beneficial to them because they were able to improve their processes and improve their managerial skills.
Access to markets, that is both public market, local market, international markets or regional markets.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. There are different challenges that ICT entrepreneurs face when they're trying to enter in different markets, such as navigating rules and regulations, understanding the market, and so forth. In the ICT Chamber, we provide different services and also help our members to access the market, whether it's domestic or international. By partnering with different partners, let's say like GIZ, RDB, ICT, Ruler, and different institutions, we help and create exhibitions where they showcase their products and connect to the right people who can consume their products. The previous year, our member companies went to Burkina Faso, Ghana, Israel. This year, the members had a trade mission in Japan. One of our companies, such as Charis, managed to partner with a Japanese company.
Being a member of ICT Chamber, it has really been very helpful because through the ICT Chamber, we're able to meet different people, just being in that environment where people are involved in ICT and innovations. And through the ICT Chamber, we attended a couple of events, and that was really an opportunity for us to network and meet different people, and that helped us really to showcase our work and even meet potential customers. Well, 5 years ago when we started this company, it has been really exciting being a new technology here in Rwanda. And one of the greatest challenges we really face as young people is basically to be able to convince people of our technology, of the solutions, the services that we are providing. And most of the time we had to go office by office, knocking. There are times where we find ourselves even providing free services, and for them to understand the value that we are adding to their business and to improve their operations as a company. Having the ICT Chamber, it's an opportunity for you to learn from others, because there are those who have been in the field for a long time. They have experiences, and that will help you to even improve yourself.
And access to finance, facilitation, access to finance.
The main challenge around ICT companies accessing finance, I would say that it's the risk aversion associated to ICT projects, because most of the financial service providers, to mean banks, venture capitalists, and private equity, they perceive ICT projects as very risky projects, and they tend to set stringent conditions such as low valuation, high interest rates, and unreasonable returns on investment, which makes it very difficult for ICT companies to actually access finance. So what does access to finance mean to the ICT Chamber members? It means having access to the right financial services that meet their business needs. So what we do, we facilitate our members to be investment ready, for them to actually attract the right investors. So we coordinate this linkage between ICT companies and investors.
At many points, at many times, we almost closed off business because we had run out of money, and we're already understaffed, on top of running out of money. So that's the main challenge, I would say, that we sort of faced. Most of the people that we're approaching are asking us, when are we getting our money back? How much are you looking for? And the moment you tell them past maybe 24 months, that would be a no-go zone for them. Talked to a couple of people, including the ICT Chamber, telling them that we needed, whoever has money that's willing to invest, because they knew what we're doing, and they sort of liked the idea of what we're doing. Had done many pitches here and there, and part of them, most of them actually, were initiated by ICT Chamber. The fact that they didn't give up on anybody, so they keep continually, setting up those meetings, hoping that somehow, somewhere, because they're not the ones that do the closing. It's the startup that makes sure it closes with the investor, but they continually set up all those meetings. And for me, I'm an example for that, because I had come for many meetings, and that happened. That meeting with the Samurai Incubate happened to be my meeting.
Advocacy, where we work with the public sector in ensuring that the business environment is conducive.
Advocacy is very important. It creates a business-friendly environment for business, especially for people who are members in the ICT Chamber. So we ensure that there is a business-friendly environment where companies can grow and flourish in the sector. This can be done through dialogues and other activities, like creating awareness of different policies.
One of the challenges of doing business in Rwanda is understanding the different tax regulations. The issue we sought clarity from was on the VAT, because ICT companies are exempt from some VAT. So in regards to the VAT exemption, it helps make our products more competitive, because it's cheaper for the client if they don't have to pay an extra 18% on that service. So as Rwanda wants to promote ICT and the different services in that industry, one way is to incentivize them is to provide that exemption. The ICT Chamber helped in facilitating a dialogue even with the Commissioner of RRA to help explain in further details what are the tax regulations, the different filings, as well as different exemptions that can apply to ICT companies. It's very important to have the Chamber to advocate for its members, because when you approach a problem or a challenge as a collective group, you're more likely to be heard and listened to. And also the people in positions of power or leadership, they want to know that this is something that can help more than one company or institution, that it's not a favor to an individual person or company, but it's something for a group of people. So that's why being a part of the chamber, we get a bigger voice collectively.
So I'd like then to encourage everyone who is operating in the ICT ecosystem here in Rwanda to join us and then be actively involved in all the capacity building activities that we put in place, since they will help them to perform well, to deliver good services and quality products, and then grow to becoming successful businesses in the future.
Being part of the ICT Chamber family allows you to have a community, to belong to something that is bigger than yourself, and have access to a network of investors, of the peer ICT companies, and the community.
The ICT Chamber is an umbrella or like a platform for people in the ICT sector to interact. And when we come together, our voice is louder. So it's very easy if we go as under one umbrella when we are approaching the public institution. So coming together, like the more we come together, the more our voice is heard.
For a country like Rwanda that wants to capitalize on digital, has already been doing it, putting in place the right infrastructure. Only us, the human beings, are going to stand in that way, but we need to put in the work, and that's why we're inviting more members to come and join the ICT Chamber.
Rwanda ICT Chamber is the solution. Don't miss out. Reach to us.